Okay, I want to show you a little bit about how this whole IRS, the Fed thing all works, okay? Because this is a really powerful thing, because I showed this one before to people, and how they actually take your money. So let's just say you have a $10,000 you're paying to the IRS, okay? We're just making up a number, whatever you might pay to the IRS for your income taxes. So you pay $10,000 to the IRS. It goes out. The IRS takes its cut. They send it on to the Treasury. It takes its cut. Now this is to make it look legal. Okay? Then they send that money to the Fed. You don't know this. This is exactly what happens. I have betted this 3,000 ways a Sunday. Now, what happens is the first 6% of this money goes to private banks, the 13 private banks, and including the Queen of England. Now, the 14th Amendment under the 4th section indicates that you do not owe money if that debt is payable to foreign owned places. So anyone, and I know it's kind of a crazy kind of thing, the 14th Amendment, written before the U.S. Corporation of the 1871 Corporation was created. So if it says that the debt, the U.S. debt of $31.5 or $6 trillion right now, you don't owe it if it's a debt payable to a foreign entity. Well, the Queen of England and those idiots with the banks are the foreign entities because they're all over the world. They're all part of the central banking systems. Number two, they're also, they take the percentage. After they take their 6% out, they take a percentage of that for the debt. Now, $3.3 trillion comes out for tax revenue to get that $3.5 trillion in debt. Then what they do is they give it out to the U.S. Mint. Now, here's how it actually works. About $6 trillion is made every year in physical printing of dollars, and 25 trillion is made in digital currency. It's just how it works, because 90% of every currency transaction is digital. And people all freak out about digital currency. Listen, if you write a check and you send it to the electric company, which some people do, and they take that check and cash that check, that was a digital transaction. If you take a credit card and you pay your credit card you go on your bank and do a bank transfer, that was a digital transaction. I mean, the only time it's a physical transaction is if you reach in your wallet and you give cash out. That's a physical transaction. But the reality is 80, 90-ish% of all transactions happen physically, digitally. Now, I kind of predict, though, when we go into the NESARA thing, I think people are going to flip a little bit and go, hey, listen, we're going to go a little bit more to physical currency. So there's going to be a little bit of a pendulum swing. And that's cool, man. Don't worry about it. You want to use that? No problems at all. Okay, they're going to have enough for that. But in the fiat currency, they take this thing. So the back end of this, after the money comes through here, they send it to the U.S. Mint, who then sends it out devalued into an inflation to you, and it comes out to you. And so what we have in the middle of this thing is the fiat currency that has no value other than the ability to inspire confidence in the system by the banks through the Fed. Did you know that's what the fiat is? It's the economy. The economy is it's your confidence in the system. And if your confidence is low, the economy doesn't work. See, that's what's so sick about this. We don't need this stupid, and we're going to be kicking this stuff out. Okay, let me show you another kind of way of looking at this. So let's see here. Bring you up on the screen here. I'm going to show you kind of a little before NESARA here. Let's show you how this kind of sets up. So look on the left side of the screen. So before NESARA, you have all these little things of like your, excuse me, of your bank accounts, your IRA, your house, your cars, your credit card, your taxable, your taxation, your compound interest. And here's what happens. Okay, so here's what happens. The sovereign organizations like the Clinton Foundation, they don't have to deal with all this stuff. Now, see, what they do is they get themselves to pay for it. They get someone else to pay for it. Frankly, not them, but they don't have to pay for it. They have it, all covered for them. So they don't have to pay for houses, cars, taxation, credit cards, compound interest, IRAs. None of that stuff they have to pay for. It's all theirs. It's a sovereign agency, and they're so outside of the rules. But see, you're inside of the, you're sitting there going, I got to pay for all these things. So all the burden's on your shoulders. And they always tell you, pay your bills, pay your bills, pay your bills. And they're like, wait, but they never pay their bills. That's just how it works. Okay, let me flip this around. Sorry, I got to move this around here a little bit. Okay, let me go over to the right side of the screen. After NESARA with the QFS, the compound interest and the taxation sits on the outside because they can't get in. But your houses, your cars, the IRA, the bank account, and the credit cards all come in to the QFS, but none of the payments do. None of the payments. They can't get in. You become the sovereign agency. This is the thing. The Great Reset is not sovereign. They don't want you to be sovereign. They want the cabal, the idiots, to be sovereign, the elite to be sovereign. They want you to be the slaves on the outside here, okay? They want you to be the slaves. They want to be all they want you to take care of all the load. No. We're flipping it on them. Okay, when you listen to Trump in his inauguration speech, he was going, no, we're giving the power back to the people. The QFS makes you sovereign. That's why NESARA is so freaky for a lot of people. The government forces the seizure and the taxation. So they throw the taxation and the compound interest out the window. All that stuff that has that, it's out. But you own it all with it. It has to do it in this kind of way.